Huber in the morning on 100.7 The Bay.
Good morning, and
morning.
It is a beautiful 52 degrees and rainy outside. It was so weird. I was like running outside to get something out of my garage, and I stopped and turned the car on the way to do it. And then as I was walking back in the house, I was like, well, that was just a waste of effort because it's hot outside. But it is time to take a deep dive into December 18th throughout the annals of history in a little segment we call...
On this day. It's Huber in the mornings on this day on 100.7 The Bay.
That's right. Let's take a look at December 18th throughout the annals of history. Let's mistletoe down memory lane. Let's listen to clips. Let's reminisce. Let's all guess the year together at 410-584-1007 in a little segment we like to call On This Day. And joined in studio by N-Dub. And I'm excited about this one, although I feel like it kind of gives it away, but let's see what happens here. This is a good clip. You know, we were talking earlier about Zeppelin, and I'm not trying to put Zeppelin and the Dave Matthews Band in the same category.
Please do.
Because the text board will love that. What I was saying earlier about Zeppelin is that they made very headphone listenable music with the stereo going back and forth and stuff. But this is good headphone music, too.
It is.
They concentrated on their production quite a bit.
This sounds like Towson State if I've ever heard a song.
Boy, does it. Circa 95 to 99, if you were anywhere near the towers in Towson and you had your windows down, you'd be like, why do I hear Dave Matthews and Alanis Morissette? Polestar, which is, I guess it's still out there. I used to be a Polestar junkie, man. And I still use it, I guess. Yeah, it's still out there. If you're going on a trip or, going to another part of town, it's a great way to find out what's playing in that town or in your own town. Polestar kind of keeps track of tours and touring and all that stuff. And Polestar declared the Dave Matthews Band the highest grossing touring artist of the 2010s in North America with about $530 million in earnings. Their secret? Constant touring and affordable tickets and not stopping to empty out their pooper. That's the third factor. They didn't put that in the Polestar article, though.
Crazy to think that constant touring and affordable ticket prices would lead to success, right? What a mess.
It boils down, work really hard. Oh, okay. That works out. Interesting.
Say, ooh, scrabbity.
Uh-huh. Rounding out the top 5 top grossing touring artists of the 2010s. Renee, we must get out on the road, Renee. We need to make some money, Renee.
We cannot live the Dave Matthews Band.
Celine, hot on the heels of the Dave Matthews Band in the 2010s.
Yeah, I don't have the totals for the rest of the top 5, but they were all relatively close from what I remember.
Look, if the Dave Matthews Band made $530 million, Renee and Celine were at $529.29. I mean, it had to be right there.
Yeah, Dave Matthews probably didn't have a residency either.
No. Kenny Chesney was busy trying to poison Jimmy Buffett. He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait for Buffett to croak so he can take that over.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Chesney.
That day that Jimmy Buffett passed away, so many people were sad, but somewhere in the distance, Kenny Chesney was throwing a party. It's all mine now.
When the sun goes down, baby, over the water.
All that rat poison I put in those cheeseburgers has finally paid off.
I fully believe it's one of those old-timey, Looney Tunes boxes of poison where it's got the 3X, the rat upside down.
It's green.
Don't ever get me.
Number 4 on the list. The Boss. Now that he doesn't have to give all that money to Clarence.
Yeah.
Clarence really was the glue that kept that thing together. But he gone.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have weird stomach diseases when Clarence was alive, correct?
That's right.
What?
Oh, Christmas time.
You guys all been good and practicing real hard.
Say he's gonna bring you a new saxophone.
I really hope there's an alternative wife standing in her kitchen right now, getting 2 young boys ready for the day, listening to this program.
Just in love with this song. Look, how he's not number one. I was socializing on Saturday a little bit, and this song came on 4 to 10 times. And I declared out loud that I am not a Bruce Springsteen fan, but I will go see Bruce Springsteen live, but only in December. I don't care about the show at Camden Yards in the summer. Not gonna be driving down the Thunder Road anytime soon, but if he's ever playing in December in this area, I'm gonna be there. Dressed like Clarence, carrying around a foam saxophone, just practicing real hard.
White t-shirt, very tight, acid wash jeans, red bandana sticking out of one of the pockets. Pick one.
Clarence. R.I.P. And then 5 was the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, we need to give a year.
So if it was the highest grossing touring artists of the 2010s, doesn't it have to be 2019, I guess, or 2020?
I think the story was wrong because I thought they gave me the year of 10 years before that.
Wait, so you're saying 09?
That's what I believe I wrote down.
Let's go to the judges here on this one and see. Hold on, shut up, Bruce. Let's go to the judges here on this one.
Bruce is on my side.
Judges, what do you guys think about this one?
It's a trap!
Yes, I think you're right. It does appear to be.
It's a trap!
A trap. So.
Game over. You suck.
I don't know what to do here.
Look into my eyes. It'll tell you the answers if you just look into my eyes.
Sarah from Mount Airy, hand to God, said, I'll guess 09. And I'm going with it.
2009.
It's a trap!
That is correct.
The best silence
That
we've ever
is
had.
correct.
Bizarre.
That is correct.
That's the fact, Jack!
All right.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, do you remember Dave Matthews doing anything?
No, not the 10s.
Yeah, not in the 10s.
Maybe it should have been in the aughts. The artist of the
I couldn't
aughts.
spell that, that's why.
Right.
And then I tried to Google it by spelling it, but it was so bad that Google couldn't figure out what I was trying to spell.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
All right, we'll be back with part 2 of the radio sensation Sweep in the Nation. We're going to talk about a rom-com and some email right after this. Used to be like, I'm going to check my email hopefully by Wednesday. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was more reminiscent of actual mail. And now it's just another instant form of communication. But, back in the day, it was so new and cool that old Hollywood decided to embrace it in a little film called You've Got Mail.
I turn on my computer, I go online, and my breath catches in my chest until I hear 3 little words. You got mail.
What is going on with you? Is it infidelity if you're involved with someone on email?
This woman is the most adorable creature I've ever been in contact with.
Have you had sex? Of course not. I don't even know her. No, I mean cyber sex. No? Well, no, don't do it. Because the minute you do, they lose all respect for you.
In a city where everyone's looking for someone, Joe and Kathleen have discovered the best way to meet someone is to never meet at all.
Oh, man, huh? Doesn't that make you want to just rip the money right out of your wallet and start sprinting towards the movie theater?
You Got Mail, or what I like to call it, Sleepless in Seattle, too.
Right.
It's the same director and the same
plot.
2 actors.
And the same plot.
Yeah, except for they were an architect and something else that was kind of architect-y. That was it.
Which one was she the bookstore owner and he was the bad bookstore owner? I thought that was You've Got Mail.
Their rival salesman in You Got Mail. I don't know what they're selling.
I think it's books.
Other than sleepy eyes in a movie theater.
I think it's books because it's real high tech too. You know? Tom Hanks is a national treasure. save for the Polar Express, where it is the creepiest thing ever. The kids made me watch it over the weekend again. And it's kind of like working across from you, because every character in the Polar Express is just dead inside.
Yes.
Their eyes move, but there's no emotion. There's nothing behind it. It feels very familiar when I watch it.
We are sweeping the nation. It is on this day.
All aboard the Polar Express. Oh, my God. It's so creepy.
So what's less creepy, the Polar Express or Thomas the Tank Engine?
Man. Thomas the Tank Engine has a special place in my heart. This is a complete aside. Because the first time my kid was stoned, and I know that's a weird thing to say, but he had some sort of a procedure and had to get put under, so he came out in that, like, I'm stoned situation.
Yeah.
And I think it was either on the hospital television screen or maybe it was on our phone or something, but we gave him Thomas the Tank Engine train to calm him down. And he looked at the screen and went, "Trains have eyes?"
And you've never been prouder.
It was one of the greatest things ever. And to this day, we still say it to him every once in a while. Trains have eyes? So anyway, Thomas is always going to be number one in my heart because of that. But yeah, Polar Express is terrible. But Hanks, other than that, can't miss.
I don't like his rom-com stuff.
It's not for you, though. You know what I mean?
I mean, I have money and I have a wife.
Yeah, but
why isn't it for me?
For you. Trust me, there's plenty of things that are for you and plenty that aren't.
What's for me then? Name something that's
everything
for me.
That's targeted to middle-aged white people, which is most everything.
Did you call me middle-aged?
Yeah.
That hurts. It's almost Christmas.
How about 1/3 aged?
There we go.
You're like a third pounder.
Now I just remember the things you said.
What are we even talking about? You've got mail. I long for those days where when you logged into your email, you were wondering if there was going to be something there or not. You know what I spend most of my day doing? Deleting emails that I don't need. And why I don't just take the extra second to click unsubscribe, I'll never know.
Because
I delete the same emails from a company that I bought like a pair of novelty socks from 4 years ago. I delete them every day instead of just unsubscribing. Why don't I do that?
Because it's a couple steps and we don't have time.
But I just wonder the amount of time I've spent in my life deleting emails from like tipsy elves or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's crazy. Why do I continue to do it? And it's only because I can't have the red number on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got to be zeroed out all the time. So I bother to go through and empty them every day, 2-3 times a day. I empty my mailbox.
Peer behind the curtain a little bit. He doesn't get rid of the email. He just makes it marked as read. So there's still 20,000 in his email.
No. I only do that with work emails that I don't want to read. Like when there's a back and forth about something that's like 10 or 15 emails deep.
Right.
And I read the last one, but I don't need to open all those other ones. I'll do mark as read and leave them in there for some reason. In case I have to go back. I don't know.
I did read this, kind of.
But the Tipsy Elves ones and stuff, they get to delete.
Did you ever date or communicate with a female through email, like Mr. Tom Hanks?
No. I mean, email has always been annoying to me. Just for as long as I've had it.
So a supermodel, Heidi Klum, could email you back in the 90s. You're like,
I mean, it just wasn't a thing for me then. I mean, it was AOL Instant Messenger and email. They were the two, like, reasons to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's other reasons to get on the internet. But
well, see, the problem is, for me in the 90s, I mean, I had the computer at home, I guess, but that was the late 90s. I mean, I was going to internet labs, like on campus.
Right.
If you wanted to use the internet, you had to sign up for your time in a room full of people. And all I would do is look up, like, go to Oasis's or Blur's website and see if they had new music coming out. Like, I was such a geek, just such a total geek. Oh, yeah. What are you doing in the internet lab? You know, learning from this vast wealth of information and helping to advance your education? Nah, seeing if Oasis put out a U.S. single.
I'm still fighting with my brother.
Right. Stupid. What are we doing here? A year?
Yeah, I need a year.
Patty from Relay, Jeff in Manchester, Stanley from Whitehall.
Can I call him Stan?
He can.
Or does he like Stanley?
They all say 1998. I'm going to say 1998.
1998. So we did give Randy Watson if you want to do that. I don't know. I don't know if you want to do that or not.
That is correct. That is correct. That is correct.
That's the fact, Jack.
I don't feel like I've earned it, but I still want it. Hey, real quick, do me a favor.
I want you to put your hands together.
For who?
And welcome him to the stage.
Who?
Big round of applause.
Tell us who.
For Jackson Heights.
I know where he lives now, but who?
Mr. Randy Watson. Yeah. It's a trap.
Is the guilt of showing up late finally setting in?
It is. I'm at 6:30 level now. But it's 7:30.
I got to get my first mushroom coffee in me today.
I might need the other mushrooms today. Something.
You and your son.
Something to get me going here.